Alright folks, a new season means time for another devlog breakdown. If you're new here, I do this every season and try, heavy emphasis on try, to condense what the devs announced in their devlogs in a shorter condensed video. I don't think I've ever actually been successful in making my video shorter than theirs, but today may be the day. So in an effort for brevity, let's dive into the announcements ASAP Rocky. Starting with the plot of Season 4, we will be jumping into Kunlun and the 8th city. Kunlun is one of the 7 mystical cities of heaven. It is where Iron Fist gets his powers from and is supposed to be the guardian of. The 8th city is basically like an underworld mystical city that acts as an oppositional region to the 7 cities of heaven. And so it makes sense that our new heroes are Angela, an angel, and Daredevil, a devil. Angela coming in the first half and Daredevil in the second. Angela has been confirmed to be a flying tank with the ability to switch between full flight and full grounded modes, meaning she can engage enemies just about anywhere on the battlefield. And if you're interested in learning more about her kit, I have a kit breakdown for her on my page in a short. Guang then tells us about the new Convergence map coming to the game on September 25th, called the Heart of Heaven. And since this first half of the season seems to be focusing on Angela, I'm going to assume that this map will take place on Kunlun, with us getting a second map set in the 8th city in Season 4.5. We then get a pretty big announcement for arcade modes with the news that Clone Rumble and Giant Size Brain Blast are returning to the game permanently, and that we're getting a new mode called Free Fight where there's no restriction on duplicate heroes. Essentially, it sounds like it's going to be quick play with no restrictions on who you can play, so I expect this mode to become pretty popular amongst a subset of the community as it will allow for the most outlandish comps and matches. We're also getting a Conquest Annihilation mode where you will rack up points via KOs. Now, I've never actually played Conquest, so I am not too sure how different this is going to be from the vanilla Conquest, but hey, all you Conquest players out there, you're getting a new mode. And all of these new modes will be accessible from a new arcade mode hub where you can queue for a single game mode or a selection of game modes from the available modes. Then we get to see the second set of summer special skins, and I like these ones a little better than the first set. We'll be getting summer skins for Punisher, Invisible Woman, Mantis, Human Torch, and The Thing. And honestly, I think all of these look great, but Mantis, Invis Woman, and The Thing are my favorites of the lineup, so those are definitely making it into my collection of skins. Now, after the summer special, it's revealed that Ultimate VFX will now be visible to all players in the game and not just for the person with the VFX equipped. You will of course be able to toggle this visibility on and off just in case you don't like how the effects look, or in case they just don't play nicely with your PC and cause performance issues. New accessories are coming for Cloak and Dagger, Magneto, Scarlet Witch, and Luna Snow. C&D will be getting little plushies of themselves. Magneto will get a plush of Polaris, his other daughter. Scarlet Witch will get Quicksilver, her brother, and Luna Snow is gonna get a QB plush, which may be an Easter egg to the hero White Fox, who is both leaked as one of the future additions to the game, but is also canonically on a superhero team with Luna Snow in the comics. So this one could be a little Easter egg for the fans. Now I'm going to do a quick speed run for all of the minor new features coming to the game before we hop into the new team ups and wrap up this video. We're getting a favorites bar to pin our favorite heroes for a faster selection from the pre-game screen. They've added a slow walk function for PC users so that we can quote unquote aura farm like console players. You can now download gallery cards straight from the game, a feature that may be useful for me in the near future actually as I work on some new projects. You can change your chat font colors and use emojis in chat messages, and finally, they will be rotating new skins and MVPs for the College Student Perks program. And that about does it for the speedrun news, so now let's move on to the team-ups and some exciting news for the future of ranked games. First up, Thor and Angela are getting a team-up since, if you don't know, the two are siblings. Angela is going to grant Thor the ability to throw a lightning spear, recovering a Thor force upon hit and letting him jump to the spear, doing additional AoE damage. Then Black Panther and Magic's dimensional shortcut will be going away in Season 4, however they will both be getting added to existing team-ups to make up for it. Magic will be added to Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch's arcane order, giving her the ability to launch a chain of Sidorak to link two enemies to each other and slowing them. This slow effect will be greater the further apart the two enemies are. Then Black Panther will be getting added to Gamma Charge, giving him an automatic bubble anytime his health drops below a certain point. So if you thought BP was a menace before, wait till you see him in Season 4. Zuyang then mentions heroes they are looking to buff and nerf in Season 4, but doesn't go into much detail about said buffs or nerfs. However, patch notes have since been released showing all of the hero changes in Season 4, and I do have those up on my channel as well in a community post, so go check that out if you care to read some patch notes. Now, the final announcement of the devlog, and my personal favorite, is the news that they are working on placement matches for future ranked seasons of the game. This is honestly so refreshing to hear because Season 3 was just awful to play thanks to everyone from Diamond and GM getting shunted down to Gold and Platinum ranks. This meant that if you were playing in Gold this season, you were likely facing off against a mishmash of GM and Diamond players mixed in with actual Gold and Silver players. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it was a mess. Placement matches should help fix this since we should no longer need rank resets with placement matches, so rank squash and rank mismatch won't be as much of a problem going forward. The only bad news here is that they will not be implementing placement matches in Season 4 as the feature still needs to be ironed out and tested. So fingers crossed for it being added in Season 5. But it's just really nice to know that they're listening to the community and trying to be as transparent as possible with their flaws and goals for the game. However, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully I was able to make this video shorter than the original devlog to give y'all a condensed version of the information they put out, but of course go check out the full log if you want a more explicit overview of everything coming in Season 4. I will link to it below, but with that, I'm gonna get out of here. So if you enjoyed or found this video useful, drop a like. If you did not, then by all means drop a dislike, but you gotta let me know how you made it to the end of a video you don't like, and if you really enjoyed the video and I somehow got it to be under 14 minutes long, consider subscribing because I do these videos every devlog and I think this one is actually under 14 minutes. And anyways, until next time, I'll catch y'all later.